Are you ready?
Yes.
Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
I was trying to get away from the Scottish accent.
Yeah, it's kind of an amorphous non.
Yeah. Welcome to the Whiskey Vault. We're gonna drink some whiskey. It's Knob Creek, it's bourbon. You gotta do it with a southern accent.
Is it bad that we're 12 seconds in and I already hate this episode?
Yeah.
You broke? No, you didn't break it.
This
It's a fancy box.
is from Ben Stahl.
Oh, Ben Stahl.
The patron saint of whiskey.
Saint of whiskey.
Yes.
Very saintly.
25th anniversary Knob Creek.
Oh.
That doesn't mean it's 25 years old.
Okay. Now I can see how people, at a glance, they're skimming, they see a number.
Is he 25?
But do we have any kind of age statement on it?
It seems to be between 12 and 13-year-old barrels.
Fair enough.
According to the company's press release.
Do we know
That's
the
messy.
typical age of just the standard knob?
6 to 8, I think it is.
Okay, so a little older.
So basically double.
A little older. You know we're going to compare it to the rest.
And it's 122 proof, 60% alcohol, 61.
Yeah, I like that.
This is 60.85% alcohol.
On the nose?
Barreled on 2/25/2004.
Mm-hmm.
That's 14. When did they release this? That's old. This is a single barrel.
Okay.
This could be 14 years old.
All right. I'm getting the oakiness. It's a bourbon, and it's been aged a meaningful amount of time. The oakiness is definitely present. I'm getting like a fresh fruit on the nose.
This is unfiltered.
You know, the apple that is.
Oh man, this is much brighter. You said oaky, and when I picked it up the nose, I expected this dense, dark oak note.
It's a base of oak. It's a base of oak, but on top of that,
it is bright and fruity.
Yes, fresh fruit on the nose, and then I'm getting some citrus and some apple specifically. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Wow, that's me too.
I just on the nose, I'm thinking this is a little bit more exciting than what I typically expect from a knob.
They say this is the truest expression of the Knob Creek flavor. And everything else is a variant of it, but this is the center. This is, in theory, a blend of the styles of making whiskey from Booker and Fred No.
Okay. So the Knob Creek people, somewhere in the background, this Booker cat and the Fred No dude have something to do with the knob?
Booker, these are the guys who are the master distillers, or the guys in charge of everything having to do with Knob Creek.
No, is that the same? It's not the same Booker as Booker's whiskey, though.
Yeah.
So same company, same distillery.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Booker No introduced the world to Knob Creek in 1992.
I thought it was older.
A pre-prohibition style bourbon created to reflect full flavor, honoring decades of the same care and craftsmanship. Booker's son and seventh generation master distiller Fred No is proud to release Knob Creek 25th anniversary. Limited edition, unfiltered, cast strength Kentucky straight bourbon.
Do we know if there's a Knob Creek? You don't know.
If there is, I'm not swimming in it.
Where did all of this come from?
Whoa!
My favorite.
That got
Why
like
is that light aimed right at us now?
plummy. I don't know.
Oh,
Plummy and fruity.
It's blinding.
Did you try a sip yet?
I'm very distracted from the light, the blinding light.
It's like doing videos with a 4-year-old.
It's not even the right kind of light for human beings.
I shot up. We all shot up.
I can't go on. Here, what? Just done.
All right, the finish kicks off, according to me, spicy.
Yeah.
It's all sparkly and
Yep. No, it bounces around. Sprinkly. It's got a little, like the little buzz on your tongue.
it doesn't settle. Like you expect it to bite and then get friendly. It bites and then just it just keeps altering its shape.
It's a carbonated water bite. The way your tongue feels after drinking something carbonated.
It really is.
Yep.
So that's probably the high proof. Let's take that down with a little water that I evidently don't.
Oh, you said that was 61%. You said that was a 61%?
Yeah, how do I not have water in it?
I like this because 61 is incredibly high, but The alcohol is definitely present, and you're getting the effects. It's like the carbonated effect on the tongue, blah, 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 blah. But it does not leave those flavors in the dust.
No, it doesn't.
Those are right up there with you. Right up there with the intensity of the alcohol.
It's not taken over with the spiky.
Right.
It's just, it adds spikiness to it.
The taste is keeping up with the proof, which isn't always the case.
It's almost like the nose translated to the taste, and all it added was the high proof.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I watered this down by about half, which means it should be at around 40, because I put half the amount of water that was in there already.
So it's not wildly different than
Still good.
Than the nose.
It's actually, I actually prefer it. It buried the carbonation feel, but left all the flavors.
It's a little bit more, not dolphin smooth.
No.
But
No.
a little
Good though.
bit more rounded off.
All right, you got some comments over there?
Less sprinkly. I do have comments. Would you like a comment?
Comment winch. You're not a mooch.
I show up, well dressed, full of energy, focus, and verve,
All right.
ready to do an amazing, good job. Mm-hmm. This shoddy space with the blinding light.
I can't believe you call this a shoddy space.
The blinding light in my eyes. Can barely read the comments.
Someone's getting picky.
We got
Really is a bright light.
BMS Musician 2. No, just BMS Musician. Because Daniel's formatting is, thank you. Well done, you.
I'm just trying to help you out.
You're worth something.
I'm a giver.
BMS Musician, what would be the most extreme places to store barrels without destroying the whiskey based on the temperature differences? The Sahara, maybe?
You know, so here's the thing. I've actually thought about this. So
Would it be possible for a distillery in, like, say, Sweden to age their whiskey in Death Valley and sell it as a marketing thing?
Yes, absolutely, it would be. Balcones, for example, has sent a handful of barrels across the world to see how they age in different climates, right? Yeah. I will tell you this. I've thought of this before. The aging of barrels has to do with heat pushes whiskey into the wood and cold pushes it back out.
Yeah.
Right? Now, normally that happens in seasons. Winter or summer, contrast, right? In the desert, you can often get really high heat temperatures
and really
low cold temperatures at night, right?
Yeah.
So you could, in theory, really accelerate the back and forth. However, you have a really high risk of the barrel drying out, cracking, and leaking because it's so dry in a desert climate.
There's a barrel in the desert, and then there's a guy with a spritz bottle.
With a little water hose.
His job is just to sit there.
And he's just there. He's got a big hat.
It's like every hour.
He's got a cigarette, and he's just like, he's in his boxers and a tank top.
The requirements to store a barrel. I know to make a barrel, you gotta have like a licensed distillery, blah 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 blah.
You still have to.
Does it need to be like an elaborate approval process?
It depends on the state. Did you see that?
Yeah,
it depends on the state on how far they allow the barrel aging to be from the DSP license.
Okay.
So in Texas, it's 9 miles. Inside 9 miles, that's the farthest you can go.
So how is Balcones able to send us to the different?
They actually transferred ownership of the barrel to another distillery.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a TI transfer in, bond out.
But it has to be a distillery.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking it'd be fun if.
But there are distillers like Santa Fe.
Because we have community members in the tribe from all over the world, and we said, hey, we're gonna have a tribe member sit on the barrel. He's laying on the bottle. It said, aged at Steve's house.
Yeah, good old Steve. Yeah. No, like Santa Fe, you got Colcagan, the Santa Fe spirits.
Yeah.
That's desert climate.
Let's compare it to the regular knob here.
Whiskey Del Bach, that's desert climate.
W. Coleman 93.
Compare.
You can't compare?
No.
You can't compare?
No, because I'm anticipating donation day right now.
You can't be bothered. He can't be bothered.
Look, I want to not throw up tonight at dinner. Because I'm that drunk.
There's a lot of people
who are counting on us
that thought once upon a time you were a magnificent bastard. W. Coleman 93. That was
easy.
That was a really quick peer pressure there.
Well, because it involved,
didn't even get through the sentence.
It involved getting me to drink more whiskey.
Right. W. Coleman 93. What are your thoughts on finishing whiskey in mezcal barrels? My thoughts are sure.
All right, here's the small batch 100 proof.
Mezcal has that nice smoky flavor, so if you put a non-peated whiskey in mezcal barrels, do you think it would bring out some smoke into it? I don't know of any distilleries that use mezcal or even tequila, like you mentioned. Could that be a thing? That should be a thing.
There are people who are working on barrels that used to have tequila and putting whiskey into them. There are tequila makers who are using whiskey barrels to age tequila. Either way, I'd say let's do it. Let's try something. I actually prefer the classic knob as far as just a drinkable whiskey. I enjoy the complexity.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Of the 25.
Same whiskey. Well, different ages, different proofs.
Yeah.
This is perfectly nice background whiskey. This is a hero whiskey.
Yeah, that's one that you...
It's worth picking apart.
All you're doing is sitting and drinking that whiskey, maybe not even talking to your friends.
And the only thing they did differently was let it age more and kept the proof higher.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why we're going to barrel our MGP at cask strength.
Well,
we find it more interesting.
A lot of it, yeah.
Yeah.
We may not do all of that. One more Crispiano, Leo. Hey, Salam, I have a dram of the Willet Rye 3-year-old, which is the only one with the heavy dill herbal flavor.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if most young ryes have the dill flavor and older, like the Whistle Pig, have the licorice flavor. Is it an aging thing, a barrel thing, or a still thing?
I think most of the flavor of rye comes down to the distillation when you start accenting the weird different notes. Now, obviously, in most whiskey, they say the difference is between 50 to 70% of the flavor of a whiskey is in the barrel aging. But a lot of these guys are using the same kinds of barrels and ending up with dramatically different ryes.
Yeah.
And so I think that a lot of the things we think of as classic rye, the spice notes, I think those are mostly coming from distillation in the grain. I think it's the barrels that are making them more approachable. So I think dill versus licorice is a distillation thing.
I wrote notes.
For this episode?
No, just things that I have to remember.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
Yep, we're going to do that.
You don't know what that is. You don't know what that is. Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
Because we had some really time crunchy things and it would not fit onto the schedule. But circling back to the best Irish whiskeys for advanced whiskey drinkers.
Is it time?
When are we shooting this? We'll shoot it right now. You want to shoot it right now? We'll shoot it right now. Get the Irish whiskeys.
I can't shoot it right now. No.
Soon. We're doing that soon.
The greatest achievement in my life in the last year is learning how to say no to Rex.
He just said yes to the knob. Of course.
That's because I wanted more.
Of course, everybody wants the knob. Nobody can deny the knob. If given the opportunity, they will grab that.
Did you really think we were going to do anything other than knob jokes in this video? It's like you've never been here before.
That's a mature knob. That's a young knob. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may fight for a friend.
You steal, may you steal lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.